Hi everyone, this is question number 17 from chapter 9. The question asks us to calculate total cost, average variable cost, average total cost, and marginal cost. It's a very simple question, it's very mechanical. So to calculate the total cost, so we know that total cost is equal to total fixed cost plus total variable cost, and total variable cost is given, right? So basically, we need to add total variable cost and total fixed cost, total fixed cost and total variable cost. Sorry. So it will be 50 plus 0. That's 50. 50 plus 75. That's 125. 50 plus 117, and that's equal to 167, 195, 205, 209, which is 50 plus 159. 50 plus 187 is 237. 279. 335. 50 plus 355 is 405. 339 plus 50 is 489. And 587, which is 50 plus 537. To get average variable cost, on the other hand, so average variable cost is simply average variable cost. So because it's average, we're dividing by something, we're dividing by quantity. So it's total variable cost divided by output. So it's this number divided by quantity. Always average divided by quantity of output. So 75 divided by 1 is 75. 117 divided by 2 is 58.50. So 58.50. 145 divided by 3 is 48.33. 48.33, repeat. 159 divided by 4, that's 39.75, so 39.75. 187 divided by 5 is 37.40, so 37.40. Be careful with the rounding. Sometimes you might get the question wrong because of rounding. Your calculation might be right, but the rounding is wrong. So 229 divided by 6 is 38.17. After rounding, 38.17. 285 divided by 7 is 40.71. 40.71. Again, be careful with the rounding. 355 divided by 8 is 48 or 44.88. 88. 48.78, 48.78, which is 439 divided by 9. And finally, 53.7 divided by 10 in here. So we get 53.7. Right. So as for average total cost, it should be simply total cost divided by quantity of output. So 125 divided by 1 is 125. 162 divided by 2, I got 83 divided by 0.50, sorry. 65, 52.25, 0.25, 47.40, 46.50, so we're dividing this column. I'm sorry, we're dividing this column by a quantity. I said this one I meant to move this. See if I can move it here, and we should erase this. Sometimes just move fast. All right, so let's just complete the calculations here. 335 divided by 7, that's 3, so I got here 47.86, 50.63, 54. Point 4.33, 58.7, 58.7. As the marginal cost. So remember that marginal cost is change in total cost over change in quantity. You also can get the same number by dividing change in total variable cost, which might be easier by change in quantity. So you can't take the difference between total cost, and here 125 minus 50 is 75, or you can do 75 minus 0, same thing, because fixed cost doesn't change. So you're going to get here, you're going to use total variable cost, which is easier. So 75 minus 0 is 75. 117 minus, of course, 75 divided by 2 minus 1. So the difference is always 1, so we can't move very fast. But, you might have different numbers in here. Remember to take the difference, right? Okay, so 117 minus 75, got 42. Divided by, of course, 2 minus 1. 145 divided by 17 is 28. Divided by 1 is 28. So I'm going to keep saying dividing by 1 because we know that we're moving by 1 increment in here. So 159 minus 145. So I got 14. 28. 42. So when we move from 6 to 7, total variable cost increases by 56. Notice that marginal cost increases faster than the average and decreases faster. 84 and 98. All right, check your answer. There we have it. Okay, this question got a second part. So, okay, in the second part, we need to calculate profit. And this part, I think, is a little bit tricky. So to calculate profit, we need to understand the profit maximizing quantity and the profit, and to understand the profit maximizing quantity, we also need to understand, we need to know the price of output of the product. Okay, so we can work in here. I should have enough space here. Okay, so the golden rule you need to remember when answering these kind of questions is this. You're always looking for a situation where marginal revenue is higher or equal to marginal cost. Think of it this way. You know, if you're hiring a worker, you're paying him $10, you at least should be getting output like, you know, higher than what you're paying him. So in this case, let's read the question. So we assume that we have perfect competition. Remember that in perfect competition, firms are price takers. They don't make prices. They don't determine prices. They take prices as given, and therefore marginal revenue is equal to the price. And so you're looking for a situation where the price is higher or equal to marginal cost. Remember that in perfect competition, marginal revenue is equal to the price. Those firms take prices as given and determine the quantity that maximizes their profit. So the question is, okay, with these kind of level of prices, if this price is given, how much you want to supply? So your supply is the marginal cost curve, right? So this is your supply. So when price is 0, look at the marginal cost here. Let's see if I can scroll up a little bit. Here we go. So when the price is 0, right? It's way less than marginal cost. So you should produce 0. And profit is total cost, or total revenue minus total cost. And we have these numbers in here. Let me calculate the first one. You should be able to calculate the rest. Okay, it's calculated here. So now we're talking about totals, not marginals. Total revenue or profit, right here, profit. It's called P. Oh, P is for price, that's right. Profit. So it's right, profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. So what is total revenue? This one is the price multiplied by quantity. So when the price is 0, so it's going to be 0 minus total cost. What is total cost? You get it from this table. So total cost will be 50. So in this case, 0 minus 50 will be negative. It's a negative. Okay, now when the price is 17, still below marginal cost. Oh, over here, 17 is higher than marginal cost. So this is interesting. So remember when we drew the relationship, see if I have space in here, between the marginal and the average. We got this for the marginal, kind of write just n for the marginal. This is the average variable cost, and something like this for the average total. So this is the average variable, and this is the average total. We know that we don't want to produce below this one. This is the shutdown price. Any price above this, profit would be positive. And in this case, the price is higher than the average total cost and average variable cost. Over here, any price in here is higher than the average variable, but below the average total. That's what we should be looking for. So when the price is 17, okay, so that's good. Price is higher than marginal cost, okay, but notice that the price is lower than both the average variable and average total. We are here. So in this case, this company, this is shut down. It's below the shutdown price. This company should produce 0. You're not even covering your variable cost, right? So if you are here, you're covering your variable cost and part of your fixed cost, right? Part of your average variable fixed cost. But in here, below this point, it doesn't make sense to produce, right? So basically, like it costs you 50 cents to drive per mile, and you're getting the price per mile is 40. Doesn't make sense even to try. And of course, profit would be again negative. You can't check. So if you produce 4 units in here, so 17 multiplied by 4, and 17 multiplied by 4 units, I got 68 minus total cost. So total cost in here is 209. So profit is negative. So always like get total revenue multiply price by quantity minus to get profit minus deduct that from total cost. So it's going to be negative. Okay, we do the same thing in here. When the price, oh, so we did this one. So when the price is 31, so let's just, we're still working on this one. When the price is 31, so we should be here. So over here, cost, marginal cost is higher than the price. But here, notice that marginal revenue slightly, this is the closest sort of marginal revenue to marginal cost. So we should produce, in this case, 5 units. Okay. So 31 is both, below average variable cost and average total cost. So we are still here. We are still in this area. So again, we should produce 0 and profit would be negative. Profit would be positive right here, right? Still here, profit would be negative, but we produce something, right? Start producing it here in the short run. Okay, so when price is 44, so we should produce 6 units, right? Because over here, marginal cost would be higher, so produce 6 units. Marginal revenue is higher than marginal cost. Yeah, notice that 6 units, over here, the price 44 is higher than the average variable cost. So now we are on this section. So if we are on this section right here, right, we should produce, to minimize at least losses, we should produce 6 units. We get it from here. And we know that profit on this section, right, from the previous class is negative, but we continue to produce in the short run to minimize losses. The price is 58. So 58, we are right here. We should produce 7 units. So we produce 7 units, but notice that the price is above both the average variable cost and the average total cost. So we are on this section and profit is positive. So we produce 7. You can check if profit using 58 multiplied by 7 minus total cost, which is this number. Okay, that's going to be a positive number. So over here, if the price is 73, so we produce 8 units because 73 is slightly above 70, so marginal revenue is slightly above marginal cost, so we produce 8. And notice again that 73 is higher than both average variable cost and average total cost. So we are on this section up right here. So profit in here now it's positive. So over here we produce 9 units. And notice that the price is higher than average variable, average total, which means that we are here, price, the profit is positive. And finally, 10, we produce 100 with this price, we produce 10, and the profit is also positive. Okay, thanks for watching.